As evidenced by these beautiful cave drawings found in Lascaux, France, visualizations have been used by humans to convey information for thousands of years. As humans evolved, so did their need to record and communicate information. This led to the use of pictographs, which were drawn images that represented information about crops and taxes. Eventually, through socialization and reuse, they began to also represent ideas, concepts, even sounds. This developed into a script called cuneiform. As writing evolved, it became more symbolic with the Phoenician, Greek, and finally Roman alphabets, which eventually dominated recording and communication. Drawing and painting continued to evolve separately. With the advent of the camera and motion film recording, written, verbal, and visual communication were once again rejoined, resulting in a far richer communication experience. With the postmodernist movement, imagery has reasserted itself as a communicative force. The need for visual communication continues to rise with the advancing global market. How is a more global form of communication, one which transcends language barriers, being exemplified in public spaces? As stated by Barnes, human experience is now more visual and visualized than ever before, from the satellite picture to medical images of the interior of the human body. To understand this shift from the written word to more visual forms of communication, a new discipline has emerged, visual culture. Visual culture studies the social construction of visual experience, according to Mitchell. In this discipline, art history, literary, media, and cultural studies converge to inform theorists. These changes in culture are driven to some degree by the desire for knowledge, advances in information technology, but also a more global market. The world's fascination with the visual has made the U.S.'s second largest export film and television entertainment. In fact, in 1992, it topped $3.7 billion to Europe, second only to aerospace exports. The rising use of pictographs, an attempt by designers to overcome language barriers, provides visual cues to help people navigate their environment. According to Goodman, pictographs are non-notational symbols which cannot be broken down into more discrete parts without losing their meaning. The American Institute of Graphic Arts, the AIGA, the oldest and largest professional membership organization for design, has created a set of 50 pictographs. These pictographs can now be seen in many public places like airports, parks, and malls, even virtually like these on a Paris hotel's reservation page. In addition to overcoming language barriers, pictographs support heuristics. For example, a woman who sees the concept-related graphic for a woman's bathroom can in an instant locate the facility. Pharmaceutical manufacturers also employ image or concept-related graphics on product labeling. This has been proven to help older adults interpret and remember dosing information more effectively than text alone, according to Hare, Menard, and Lear. When introduced, pictographs need verbal or written explanation because receivers of the message will construct their own meaning if not guided. Receivers derive meaning on two levels, denotative, or primary meaning, and connotative, the secondary meaning that evolves over time. Connotative meaning is understood through culture and previous experience, and according to Barnes, cultural lenses may originate at the regional, corporate, gender, or individual level. Similar to learning a language, once a pictograph is widely understood, the verbal or written explanation of it becomes unnecessary. Designers of visual communication may employ visual metaphors when creating pictographs. According to Barnes, metaphors make comparisons between dissimilar things. Take, for instance, the signage that's come to represent male-female bathrooms. According to Pedro Bessa, only in a very indirect, culturally laden way can that picture of a man and a woman somehow resemble its referent, bathroom facilities. A few other examples of visual metaphor are the fork and knife restaurant sign, the coat hanger coat check sign, the baby in diapers nursery sign, and the martini glass and olive bar sign. Visual communication is designed with forethought and intent. It can reinforce stereotypes or generate social change. For example, in the baby changing station pictograph, the adult is female. However, designers can challenge these traditional roles by creating pictographs that portray different gender roles, like this pictograph of a man with a baby carriage. Social change doesn't come without struggle, though. For instance, designers in a small village outside of Madrid intentionally designed traffic signs with a female figure wearing a skirt instead of the usual male wearing pants that's come to represent all people, male and female. These images typically represent the dominant group, and since this is seen as normal, the subconscious is not aroused. It should be noted, however, that while these images may not arouse the subconscious, they still subconsciously perpetuate power and gender iniquity. These Spanish designers, in their attempt to banish sexism in signage, applied visual dissonance, presenting something unexpected. According to Barnes, through this mechanism, the designers attempted to motivate the thinking viewer to find a deeper message. The signage was noticed and remarked upon positively by many, but conservative groups condemned the efforts, and it escalated into a heated debate. So as the world comes full circle in visual communication to support our global market, designers and receivers need to be more visually literate. Both groups must be cognizant that visual communication is intentionally designed for its potential effects on its audience.